Hi Tauruses, welcome to your October 2017 readings. I had to think about that. Hopefully everybody's doing well. I've been MIA for a little while here. I have some things that I have to get organized in my life, rescheduling things. Gotta be mutable, I gotta move things around. I am Sag Sun with Sag Mercury. I do have Scorpio on my chart as well, Aquarius, and Leo. There's been a lot going on with, and I do have some Pisces. So there's been a lot going on with those energies. That includes, like, for me personally, like, I've been getting premonitions and stuff. So I've been trying to get my energies correct, so I can control it. Or I don't even think you can really control something like that. I got a Virgo rising, and it kind of freaks me out when stuff like that happens. But it's just energy-wise, everything that's happening, so I have to be very careful with how I'm handling myself and how I'm handling the energies. And with Saturn in Sag, it's been quite interesting. Actually, the fire signs, I'm not sure if I'm going to get them done because it's the holidays where I live. And I got quite a bit going on. Like, I have to do a lot of cooking, family coming over, staying over. So the fire signs are the worst ones to wait. They're the most impatient. I didn't plan it this way. I'm just waiting for the energies to get interrupted. When I was shuffling and cleansing the cards out, you guys kept having the Four of Pentacles it's popping out. So it seems like you guys are dissatisfied in some area, and it may be finances. For some of you, I'm picking up that you moved, so your finances are off right now. For some of you, it's at work. You're dissatisfied at work. There may be some changes happening, and you're not agreeing with it. Or there could be changes happening around you, and it's making you uncomfortable. All right, you guys. So some cards just flipped. So in the monthlies, I try to cover homework and relationships. I say that. But I deal with energies, and the cards are tools for me to harness in on a vibration, so I can pick up an energy clearly. So the messages I get are just the ones that I get. I can't really control them. So they won't be the specific meaning of the cards necessarily all the time. So I do try to cover homework and relationships, but what I'm trying to say is I got a Virgo rising, and my speech just does not come through when the camera comes on. It's kind of frustrating and irritating, you guys, so be patient with me. In relationships, those come in all forms. There's a stigma on that, so I have to bring it up constantly to try to reinforce that stigma to be broken. Relationships come in the form of partnerships. It could be with a spouse, a family member, a child, co-workers, friends, parents, grandparents. So keep that in mind. So for your first card that came out was the Five of Wands. The next card we have is the Nine of Swords. So at work, I am seeing some sort of dissatisfaction, you guys. We have the Queen of Cups. At home, I'm seeing that you guys are really focused on your mother has some sort of importance to you, or motherhood has some sort of importance to you. It's overwhelming you. For some of you, I'm getting it's like it's your creative ability is blocked. Do you like those motions, you guys? All right, Sag Sun, Sag Mercury, we're live, people. Don't edit. Whatever comes out, comes out. And it's how I'm receiving the energies. I'm like trying to interpret them. And what I'm seeing is your creative ability is blocked. Some of you, You're really struggling, and the struggle is with yourself. It's not with outside. Your outside, your need to please others is your blockage. Your need to please yourself is what you have to be focused on. So your need to succeed has to come from the complete self. It can't come from outside circumstances. It can't come from wanting to get revenge on somebody. There could be emotional manipulation here of trying to manipulate somebody. For you men, there is a woman here, and she doesn't have, okay, she doesn't have to be a water sign, right? I'm picking up the water sign as for some of you guys, it's you, yourself, and your earth, right? I read energies. For some of you gentlemen, this woman is a woman that is, she would be like a seer. So she would be more like psychic or medium, some sort of seer. Okay. If you try to use mental manipulation on this woman, she can see past you. That's what I'm seeing. A lot of C's in there, but she's a seer. So this woman, you don't even have to be near her, and she can pick up your intentions. All right. There's a purity to this woman. All right. And that for some of you Taurus women, okay, that competition I'm seeing, again, your battles are within. There's a sense here of what the cards are saying is your purity. Okay. Your purity will be taken away if you're doing it for other people and not yourself. That is operating out of ego. Okay. And ego is healthy. It is healthy. But you, in the sense when you're trying to do things to please others, that's an ego. It's the form of the ego of you feeding a beast. If you're feeding the purity, which is light, okay, the devil, light, whatever you want to do. I'm using metaphors. I don't mean to. I am Sag. I'm not a Gemini. I don't have the beautiful skill of a Gemini in communication. I do have a Gemini MC. It does absolutely nothing for me. You guys can visually see that. My communication skills are nothing compared to a Gemini's. They have a beautiful skill. When they talk, it's like a rainbow. So any of you guys that have Gemini in your chart, you should appreciate that skill. It's a very beautiful skill that you have, and you can do a lot of good with it. You need to feed, going back to the ego here, you guys, okay, you're I'm getting the sense that the ego that's being filled is the beast ego, not the light ego. Okay, and there's good and bad in ego. By light ego, I mean that self. Okay, when you have an ego to please others, I don't know if I'm going to word this right, and I don't want to offend anybody. We all go through this battle. This is an internal battle, and everybody's going through it right now, whether they want to admit it or not. We have Sag, Saturn in Sag. It doesn't just affect Sages; it affects everybody. All right, like they have to go through the same belief. They're questioning their belief system, what's true, and a Sag stays true to themselves, right? And there's a sense here that you need to feed the good ego, which is you need to develop more of your self-worth. So that's like doing things for you. You're doing things for the betterment of yourself. You're going to get more education for yourself to fill your curiosity, your needs, your wants. You're going to upgrade your education so you can do what you want. You're not going into a category that others want you to. You got to follow your passion here. You got to get back in tune with your passion here. That's going to bring you balance in the external world. But your internal world, I'm getting with the Five of Wands, your internal world, you need to heal the wounds internally and ensure that, okay, I'm seeing with the Two of Cups, it's like I was talking about the good ego and the bad ego. You want to feed the proper ego, right? It's like almost like a couple that gets married to save face. You know what I mean? Behind closed doors, they're not happy. But to the world. They have a big house, nice cars. Everybody thinks that they got it made. They got a good job. Meanwhile, they're miserable behind closed doors. They hate their job. They can't communicate with their spouses. They're sleeping in 2 separate rooms. You know what I mean? Those are people that are feeding an ego. Okay. Whereas if they would have been patient and waited for the right person, it's going back to the right thing and the correct thing. Waiting for the right person, they would have maybe had a small little apartment they would have built with that person, and then they would have bought a little used car, and then 5 years later they would have gotten to invest in a house and then a better car. So they would have received things later in life, but their foundation is firm because they fed the pure side of themselves. They fought the beast within, the need to their need to succeed didn't outweigh their need to be pure and true to themselves. Does that make sense? It's the message I'm getting, you guys. Your emotions are important. Like, you need to validate yourself is what I'm getting. Okay, you guys? Like, your yin and yang energy internal. Okay, we all have good and bad in us. Okay, you have the 8 of Cups here. We all have good and bad in us, and you need to combine them. You can't run from them. Okay, you need to ask yourself questions of why you want this and why you want that. Do you need it or do you want it? Because needs and wants are 2 separate things. Okay, so what you think you want, you may not actually need. You may not need, like for some of you women, you may not need a man that has lots of money. And I highly doubt this for Tauruses, because Tauruses, their beautiful gift that they give the world is self. They know how to be themselves, right? And you inspire people to stay true to yourselves. But you're weighing here. You're it's emotions. I feel like you're going to be very emotional this month for some reason too. Very nurturing and very caring and giving towards others. Very emotional though. We have the 6 of Wands. We have the Hangman. We have the 8 of Wands coming in. You're going to have a lot of support with your friends and family, people close to you. I really feel like that. I feel like at work, if you start opening up, and what I'm seeing, okay, in partnerships, it's like realizing that these people are not your competitors. Okay, throughout life, what happens is people see each other as enemies and competitors instead of recognizing that we all have something to give to each other. We are all students. We are all teachers. It doesn't matter your age. Children have lots of things to teach an adult. Okay, and adults have lots of knowledge to teach a child, but we can learn a lot from children. Um, and even if a person is 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or 60, we all have something to teach each other. Okay, so this is understanding that um, in your partnerships that it's going to be cohesive, understanding that we all, like, there's some sort of very beautiful energy here of you guys helping people work together, but you're also going to be getting a lot of ideas and messages, and it could be overwhelming for you guys. You may get creative ideas. Some of you Taurus men, you have a lot of even women, you have a lot of options in partnerships. You do have a lot of options in partnerships. Not they're not all good. And okay, some of these people have personal agendas. You do have options for partnerships. Okay, so what I'm getting is the cohesiveness is to understand, Taurus, that sometimes you can't do everything on your own. You do need professional help. You do need people that have strengths in certain areas that you may not. We're not all skilled in certain aspects, right? So if you're developing a company or you have a company, well, then there's some sort of thing here that you need to recognize that everybody has different skills and abilities, and you need that all to cohesively operate. Um, it could be a company. Okay, so it's like you can't do everything on your own. You need to understand that because you're overwhelming yourself by that. You're taking the burdens on yourself. There needs to be delegation here. And Tauruses, I picked this up a while ago for you guys. It's about moving. You're very emotional about moving. Separating from family and friends, they may be at a distance from you. If it's a new start, I do feel like change is happening. Um, At work, there is a King of Swords. See this guy? This guy is royalty. All right. So at work, if there's illusions, okay, you have the Nine of Swords. Okay. You also do have energies here of rumors and stuff like that. Okay, you have a person, it could be a superior, somebody. This man is highly intelligent. He is considered royalty. Um, you cannot get things past him. This man is he's going to take action, and there's going to be for some of you guys, there may even be um, restructuring of the company for business. And you could have people that are competing. You might not know about this happening. It could be happening. This might even happen 6 months down the road or 9 months down the road. So if you're at a job where things are like getting out of hand, you need to be patient, and you need to be. Your superiors are going to notice things. It could be 6 months, 9 months. You're going to have to be very patient and methodical about what you do, staying out of rumors and going to your superior with suggestions. But there could be a shift in about 9 months, I'm seeing, or 6 months. It could happen now, but I'm also seeing energies are interchangeable. They keep like they can expand to quite a distance. And you have the Queen of Chalices, which means she sees, and it's a seer. Seers can see through time. They see possibilities, though. Okay, uh, that's another thing that's coming through is you guys might have too many possibilities. Okay, Queen of Chalices can be psychic. Psychics come in all forms. So another message I'm getting is that you may have too many. Okay, and psychics. Okay, but I'm seeing a seer. A seer sees. I keep using that word. They see possibilities, possible outcomes. So okay, they can see the path that you're on right now, and they, from the path you're on right now, they see the outcome. They see through time. They see towards the future. Aquarians have this. They're very in tune with the universe, uh, and they're future forward oriented. That's why a lot of people don't understand them. But you have somebody who can see possible outcomes, and I say possible because depending on, and I believe in free will, depending on your choices, that will change that possible outcome. And this seer will see the next possible outcome you have. However, I'm seeing psychic, and I'm seeing a psychic interfering, like interfering with your frequency. So it's like you have too many frequencies coming at you somehow, uh, and it's causing you to take actions in ways that can be highly detrimental to yourself. So what I'm seeing is the people that you get information from, I'm seeing information being an importance to you guys. Okay, so if you are a DJ, a musician, uh, I'm seeing creativity. So creativity comes in a lot of different forms, music and art. And I'm seeing for you, woman, entrepreneur, through the Queen of Chalices. But I'm also seeing, okay, you're emotional. And it was like what I was saying about the ego being external, like doing things to please others. You have the potential to do this. You do have the potential to do this. But your ego, okay, you need to be internal. Your ego needs to be internal due to this, because you need to be getting to the Queen of Wands. You're at the Queen of Cups, which means it's not that I want to say you need to harden your heart, all right? It's that your ego needs to be built inside so you're firm like that tree and you can't be pushed over. You're in a vulnerable state right now, and the universe needs you to get that tool and that skill of internalness so that nothing that comes at you is going to be able to get you off course. All right? Nothing that comes at you will be able to get you off course. So the universe is asking you to really go inwards, okay? Meditation, to really become centered. Uh, they need you to be strong internally so you can go out and do your quest, but you have the skills in you. You still need some more. Okay, and it's internal. They need you because they're trying to give you the skill of internal. I'm saying ego, but in a healthy way. Okay, this is a healthy ego, and they need you to build it so you're like a. It's like your armor, as if you were a soldier. You would have the armor so you can't be penetrated. You're. I don't want to say you're soft. I want to say that people's opinions and emotions, or their validation of you, because your internal ego is not strong enough yet, it is causing you to go off path. And Taurus, you're a Taurus. Stand firm, man. Okay? Gotta get, okay? You're almost there. You're almost at the next step. You got to see things from a different perspective here, and it's got to be internal. And there's going to be a little bit of denial here that's going to happen, and some anger is going to happen, but that's okay. You need to get angry, and you need to, that's going to motivate you, and that's going to make you do it. Like, you need to be grounded and practical here. You need to be firm like a tree. Don't let people take advantage of you, Taurus. All right. I am seeing knowledge being important, as in, if you're trying to create a business, if you are a musician, a painter, or something like that, you may need an agency. If you're a model, Tauruses are usually very beautiful. You need a professional to protect you in some manner. You do need that. If you're creating a business, you may be half of the business. You may need the intellect. Okay, this man is a protector. He protects you, and he protects you from things that you cannot see. He foresees. He's air. They're like the airplanes. All right, they see things from a higher perspective, and they can foresee things coming. They can protect you, and if you see, there's like he can cut. He can cut through things that come at you. Like you do need a combined effort here to protect you. And for some of you guys, I feel like this is going to be what you're going to become. And that's why I was getting like, I don't want to say you're soft, you guys, because Tauruses, you're not soft. You guys can put on a nice big front that you're freaking hard as hell, like the shell of a turtle. But internally, you guys, okay, you're beautiful, beautiful people, and you can't hide that. You can try. Okay, you can put on the front of being hard, but you can't hide the beauty that you have in you. Uh, that's seen through eyes. Okay, and you have a seer here, so she sees it. Um, so there's vulnerability that needs to come through as well. Like, it takes a lot of courage and strength to be vulnerable, and a lot of people might see you as weak, but you're not weak. Once you become vulnerable, that means that you feel completely and you're not scared, and you can pick up on other people when they're not being authentic. You need to be authentic to yourself, your Taurus. Okay, if you're a caring, nurturing person, do not hide that from the world. The world needs that. There are friends and family members and children even that you might come past. Even I'm seeing even strangers like in the grocery stores, like an old person behind you, just talking to them. There's like you have this nurturing capacity to help other people. Those of you that are mothers, your children are causing you a great burden. They may need to develop hobbies. Finances is a burden for you guys, okay? But it's, again, your ego. You need to be patient. When you make decisions, they have to be, because it can't be based on finances. If it's based on finances, money will rule you, and that's part of the beast, all right? Because money will become the deciding factor you do things. It won't be done on how you feel or your heart's desire or your passion or your emotions. It'll be done on external ego, which is the beast. And you'll be blinded. You'll be put in the dark in a scenario. You'll hit problems long term. You have this protection here. The Eight of Wands is that is Sag Mercury. They call that Cupid's arrows. It's fast. It's quick moving. It's not grounded. And it's like a thought within a thought within a thought within a thought. It's very and it's questionable. This is not an energy, and this is what I'm saying this stuff because it's messages I'm getting. It is not an energy that can be misguided or misled or fooled, because they take things with a grain of salt. They really do. It's a philosopher energy, and philosophers do not argue. Philosophers are truth seekers. So I'm getting debating. Okay, and debating is a form of argument, and this is society is being brought up in this way. We're all brought up to debate, and debate means that you're seeing the other person as a competitor or competition. This could even be coworkers. This is what the biggest fall in businesses is because of this mentality. And the mentality you need is a partnership mentality, which means everybody benefits. It's nurturing somebody's creative ability, nurturing their confidence, their ability to come up with ideas and help them pull it out. It's not pulling them out for them. It's nurturing their minds and their environment, making it safe and firm for them so they can pull that out and they can be truly who they are. And this, you guys are, this is why Tauruses make the best parents, because you have that self, right? Your finances will come. I do feel like they're in business. There is going to be a, for some of you, not all of you, a switch. For some of you, you do need to see things from a different perspective. You might need an agent. You have to admit when you need help here, all right? Like, it's like an inventor. An inventor, okay, they're creative. They don't have the capacity to have the knowledge for patents or how to process a patent or how to do that. It's a very complex thing, okay? That the people that do patents and have agencies to help people and protect them in that area do not have the creative ability, but they have the knowledge and the wisdom. This is an example. Protect them, foresee, to nurture their idea, to ensure that it gets out into the world. You have the Six of Wands that's out there, okay? They don't have the creative ability, but they have the other half of the creative ability. You understand what I mean? It's the yin and the yang. It's in a person who could sabotage themselves from having an idea and thinking they can do it all by themselves, and they go out there and they're misguiding themselves. You need protection, all right? Yeah, there's some sort of new foundation at home that needs to happen. It is moving. It is daycare. I've seen this before for you guys, opening up a daycare at home so your children can socialize with other children. You can still take care of them, and you're making money. And you're doing it. You're doing it in your gift, because I'm seeing one person. Your gift is nurturing. It is a mother, and okay, it is a mother energy. That's unconditional love. You have the ability to nurture minds and protect them, and it was like I was saying, pulling things out of them, helping them become themselves. There is a woman out here that has that ability. It could even be a man. And there's some seagulls going off there. This will give you the financial freedom as well to put your children in sports, and to camps and things like that, to give yourself some time too, to yourself. You need personal time. It's not just going to happen. You got to create that though. All right, the universe can give you tidbits of information to help you, but you have to do the work here. And I'm seeing an eternal ego. You need to be strong in yourself and know that you have that ability and the capability. Never question it, Taurus. You're dissatisfied, all right? And it's like, if you need help creating that, Taurus, and you are that female, then you can go to the government, and the government can put you into, sponsor you, okay, help you develop a plan. There's all sorts of people in the government that will help you do that. They will help you fill out all the paperwork and everything necessary. There's even funding that can help you open it up. There's lots of things that the government will help you do. But you need to do it yourself. It's not just going to be done. You have to take the action. You might have to contemplate it for a bit, but never self-doubt yourself, Taurus, all right? The universe is guiding you and protecting you. If you do DJing and stuff like that, you might even need an agent. You know what I mean? If you're a singer, you might need an agent, like, and for some people, it could be your mother. Um, like Beyonce's mom has always managed her career, right? Some people that won't work, some people it will work. Your mother knows best. For some of you guys, your mother knows best. Okay, but in some areas, you're gonna have to realize that you know best over your mother, right? The roles have reversed. You're using your mother because uh, you're protectors. Your mother will always protect you. Now you may have to do that for your mother. There's a sense here happening too. Hmm. All right, you guys, that's all I'm getting. It is a bit longer. Hopefully that helped you out. Happy holidays to all of you guys. Uh, yeah, you guys, you have to have hope. All right. I don't know why I want to pull one more. This is Aquarius. Uh, you need to look up at the stars, you guys. You need to ponder. You really need to understand that anything you imagine, you can create. It's just the willingness to do it. Um, what you think about, you will bring about. You have swans here, too. You have a very magical energy here. And Taurus, you do have a connection with Earth. Some of you guys, you have a connection with animals. And I brought this up before. So for those Tauruses where we've discussed this before, if you're still seeing animals, like a butterfly, a swan, a specific bird come past you, you need to acknowledge that and research that. We've spoken about that before because you're being protected and guided. And the trees have knowledge and wisdom. You're very in tune with earth. So when you get off balance, then that's taking the family out for a small hike, breaking up the leaves, playing outside, things like that, getting grounded. Your nieces, your nephews, going to visit them, doing things like that with them outside. Um, you have to have hope, you guys. You can't give up on it. All right. All right, you all. I will talk to you. I probably won't be doing mid-months because I am going through a shift right now and a change, different job, longer hours, shorter days. Give me extra time for doing this. I do it voluntarily, but I do need extra time. I do gotta reschedule and plan things out. It's a process. So it's not something, as a fire sign, I would like things to move quicker. You know what I mean? But they're not. I think outside circumstances are not moving as fast as I would like to move. But all good things come to those who wait, right? So namaste. I will talk to you next month, and ciao for now.